How's it going, everybody? Bring it back to where I left off. My last video was kind of giving a walkthrough of this property I just bought. That was back in August. It's January now, so it's middle of winter. Gotten a lot done since then, but I figured I'd give you guys, show you the barn. Nothing's changed with this. What I'd started to say is it had a fire right in this doorway, and it burned straight up just that section there, and it burned pretty much the whole middle. And like I was saying, I bought this foreclosed, bank owned, no information on it, and I thought it was weird that that was burned, and there was all the electric was cut to all the outbuildings. So I started thinking, probably there was a fire, and fire department probably came and cut all the electric. Doing a little bit more research once I've been out here and talking around. I guess this is a police chief's old house, and I don't know, he'd stepped down and then he'd had some problems. He made the wrong person mad, and they came out here and lit his barn on fire and cut the electric to all the buildings. So that's where it was weird, all the electric was cut, in between every plug, every receptacle, just not like they were stealing stuff, but I wasn't sure what the deal was. But so then I guess he lived out here for about 10 more years, and then walked away, and the place has been empty ever since. So it's weird how stuff unfolds, you find out. But so this barn has some damage. I plan to probably take it down and probably build a new pole barn here. Found a couple things out here. Not much left behind. I found a 1961 Indiana license plate. I think I found Jesus. An old pitchfork. I looked this up. It's like a Wisconsin crank start handle. A couple old bottles and stuff. But what I'm thinking for this barn is when I take it down, use a lot of this wood, use what I need to fix the barn in the back, and then redo the inside of the house with this. I see a lot of people doing the barn wood flooring and walls, ceilings. So I think since this has got to come down anyway, that's kind of my whole plan, to try to utilize a lot of this, repurpose it. But like even this red here, I think people are, let me get a better shot of this, people really like this red barn wood. That would look cool decorated in the house. I'm sorry, this camera don't focus too well. I'm going to try to take it a little slower. I have cleared a lot out. This is the back side. My original video, I was over there, and this whole area was about 15 foot tall. I cleared it all out, and it is just it's like an animal holding area. I wasn't sure if it was a pond or a cemetery, or what the deal was, but so this will be cool. Hopefully eventually put some cattle back here. We'll zoom in a little bit, and if you see, it's a field, pretty decent sized field back there to the trees. The section I'm here with all my barns and everything in the house is 2 acres, and then I own 3 acres back there, a farm field, for a total of 5. So the farmer's farming that and paying me, and eventually I'm probably going to take it back, and I'd like to, I don't know, I thought a pond would be pretty cool. Put a big pond out there. A track would be real cool, but if I got a track in my backyard, I'd end up, I'd be hurting myself. So give you guys a little look at the outside since I've done some stuff. Now before, this is the entrance, the driveway here pulling in. This is the side of the house where in my first video you couldn't even see it. bunch of bushes over there, a big cedar tree. Cleared this out. Actually found, this is kind of neat, it's like a concrete pad over here. I've been stacking my firewood on it. Kind of weird how they did it. It's like looks like little cinder blocks, concrete poured around them. Made some firewood racks. I still want to clear out some more of this in the front, but leave me some coverage. It's quiet out here. You hear cars coming from a mile away. You hear the wind coming at you too. Like no wind, and you can hear the wind gusting. Hear it before you feel it. Now this is the front of this barn here. I had a bush that was covering this whole front face. I've cleared that all out. Really makes the barn look a lot bigger. I mean, that bush was all the way up to that gutter edge, which I think this barn's 30 by 70, so I think that was about 18 foot up to that gutter. A lot of nice beams in this barn too. This old well pump here. And this looks like somebody's filled in where there was, you know, the whole kind of well deal. Hear a woodpecker out there in the trees. That's what I kept hearing, something chirping, not chirping, it's screeching almost, where I thought I had like a bunch of raccoons or something, but I think it's just woodpeckers. I don't think there's a bunch of them because there's rotted trees out here. This big dead silver maple needs to come down. But yeah, that's a big change there. It's gonna be a nice little area to put some animals. And this barn here, this will be the footprint of the new pole barn. I'm thinking I'll probably put a living quarter in it and get all my stuff moved out here, and then I can start working on the house a lot more. Check out this brick sidewalk. This was completely covered. I actually just uncovered it. It's got a little patio going to the back area. This whole addition's gonna be taken down. Got a fire going in there. Put a wood stove to heat it so I can come out here and warm up at least while I'm working. This wall here is real weird though. That's coming down, but I don't even know why you would put a wall like that coming in from the driveway side. It's not like a windbreak, or I don't know if it's to make the house look bigger or quite what the deal is, but kind of weird. This was a big cedar tree here. I've taken that down. A bunch of bushes. This little enclosed room here, I'm gonna take that down because the way they poured that concrete right on top of dirt, and it's settled. And I'm just gonna do away with it and probably build a deck around the front of the house. These foundation stones are just massive. I did find some records and looked like I was able to trace the place back to 1853. A 40-acre farm, the last name Davidson. Kind of cool, but the place is quite a bit older than I originally thought. Over the summer I did come and refix or filled a lot of the cracks with mortar. This spring I plan to pressure wash the house, paint the roof. I just put new gutters on it. I went with a 6-inch instead of the smaller ones. I thought it would look good on here, so I put new soffits, gutters, downspouts, I wanted to get that done, make sure I got water away from the house the best I could. That's a big, massive tree there. I sure like looking out the driveway at wide open cornfields, and instead of city, that's where at home I just ran out of space and everything's getting too busy. So here's a look at the front of the house. I got these downspouts here. I might redo that. Got all the poison ivy and stuff off the house. I still need to, it's got some algae there from the old downspout. I need to pressure wash, but I have no water out here yet. I just didn't want to deal with the water freezing while I'm not going to heat the place. I've just been coming out here a couple times a week and working on it. But yeah, look at the size of these stones here. That thing's 4 foot wide, 1.5 feet. Inside it's all plaster, and really nothing's ever been updated. Couple rooms, you know, they did some paneling kind of stuff that was cheesy and tore all that down, and the main structure, the bones, everything still's real solid. It's just stuff they did later on. This here is where there's a patio. I broke all this concrete up. It was broke and rolled right where that step is to that door. Rolled back that way, so all the water was coming off the house, rolling right in there into the foundation. And what it was is, you see, they put dirt here, and they never put a gravel down in between. And a groundhog got in there and made little tunnels, and then the dirt just collapsed. And I tore all this out, found all the tunnels and everything. I just figured it's something old. After the very little last square right here, and there he was. Groundhog was still in there, so I took care of him, and now I think I probably tear off this other enclosed patio because the concrete's probably the same. But probably put a deck on this corner, deck on that corner, or maybe one all the way around. This side of the house, I put a new cellar door. This old window here, I didn't even know it was there. This whole side was covered in poison ivy. I didn't even know that little window was there. But it's kind of cool. It's got the arch around it at the top, like the rest of these windows. Where when I repaint it, I'll give it some contrast there. I'm debating, kicking around colors. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I don't know. You guys give me some ideas. Here's the front yard. This was like a jungle. I've cleared all this out. I still got quite a few dead trees in this row I need to thin out. It's been a lot of work, been burning a lot of wood out there at the back fire pit. It's been a lot of fun, you know. It's you come home whooped every day, but you feel like you know you got something accomplished. So slowly but surely, I rewired all the garages and everything where the electric was cut in them. The barn in the back, I'm about to start patching panels on it and getting it ready to start stacking this barn over here in it when I tear it down. So just got electric ran out there, got some lights, and try to put some racking on the floor or something. Get that torn down to start putting wood in there and get my new barn put there. But give you guys a little update here. Cold, about 20 degrees here in Ohio. But pretty cool. She's coming along. Got a long way to go. Been stacking my firewood on this back porch here. Did put a buck stove in there, put it into that chimney. But pretty cool. So I appreciate everybody's comments, and any advice you guys got or ideas, or it's appreciated. And guys, stay tuned, and I'll keep on posting a little bit here and there. Next video I'll probably give you a rundown of the inside and what's been going on with that. So, how old is this tree? Tell me that. Looks like a big old oak. Thanks for watching, guys.